Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial again. So the app we are going to build today is this editorial, and we already have a skeleton. Now we are going to create the links. So the first link is the the Hindustan Times business line. For now I have copied just 3 to give you the demonstration of Indian as well as the international. So let me minimize everything. New version Sublime, no, I don't want. So we have these 3: the Hindu opinion editorial, Hindustan Times editorial, Hindustan business opinion, and for international also 3 links we have. So let me give you the demonstration of how I have got this link of the Hindu editorial. You can go on the website of the Hindu opinion. Inside the opinion there is the editorial column, so I copied this link and I pasted there. Similarly I did for Hindustan Times and business line, and for the international, I went to these 3 websites and copied the link. Now I want to show these 3 lists into my app. So the app is localhost, it's running on the port 8100, I think. Very nice. So it's a Ruby Luna. I have to remove this Ruby and Luna from here, and I want to show my lists. So I will go to the list view of Ionic app. I will check if Ionic have a list view. Ionic framework installation introduction. I will go to component section. Component section would have some list. Component section, come on man. Overview, alert, input list. So this is a list, and we will copy the list. So we will check how it works. This is a button ngFor show action list, Pokemon supermodel pata nahi kya. Then ion list. Inside that ion list there is a button, so I think we already have a ion list here. Ion list ng switch case Indian and ion list ng switch case international. It means we need not to use this ion list again, but yes, we can use this content inside of it. Copy this here and let paste it here, an item. And still we do not have this item variable, items and item. So what I can do is I can remove this and I'll print here something. I'll do the same for this also. And yes, we have to remove this ngFor, otherwise this button won't be visible to you. Why so? Because ngFor is a kind of loop which prints the items, which prints the elements inside this item by taking into in a variable, same as for in loop in JavaScript, right? So I'll remove this here, or let's check by here what it's printing. I think it won't print anything. It will give an error, public Indian string something, I don't know, public Indian. Oh no, I have to call a log because it is giving some error. So I'll check. I am here. Now check if this is giving some error. Okay, this Indian, this international, but the list is not visible because we have this ngFor attached with it without a variable. So we will remove this ngFor and check if it is printing. Building, some error is there. Item name URL, I don't know what is this. Let's check this error. What is this error? Type name string URL if is not assignable to type string, type is not assignable. Don't know the error meaning of, don't know the meaning of this error. I'll remove this item argument from here, and click button, we will go to the segment section, and I think we just have to generate a build, then this error will be solved. So you can see this error is of build. After changing the ts file, every time it creates a build and it shows us. For now, forget about the errors and concentrate on creating something awesome by resolving the error. Anyhow, we will find a better solution of how to resolve these errors. Constructor Indian. Now we want to print this button. This is a button, right? Yes, of course. So we see again this error is item selected is not a function, because we have not created this function into our JavaScript file for this template. So I'll create it. Function or a method, depends on your personal thinking. Item. If I'll click here, no error will be there because it is there. This function is there. I want to print all the three buttons which I have all the three buttons here. So we have a button. What the name? First one is the Hindu, HINDU. Second is the Hindustan Times. Let us Hindu, STANTIMES, Hindustan Times. Let it hard code for now. We will print it here by loop, same loop that ngFor previously we were using. Hindustan Times and some business line, BUSINESS business line, don't know the complete name. So we have created this for international. Let it be as it is. Hindustan Times business line. Let's check or if on click on these buttons this function is working or not. So we will put a console CON or directly log print here. I am in a functn function. I'm in a function. It will refresh. So we have printed a console. That's why we have to go into the console and check if the console is printing or not. I am a function. Beautiful. We will remove this console from here, and now we will use ngFor to print. Or just remove this complete button. Keep here one button. This button is going to be looped twice, thrice, fourth, fifth, how many times means the times you have the button. So for writing ngFor, we have to create a start, ngFor for, and let is es6 new variable defining type. Let item in this is for India, so we have to create INDIANS Indians, and little bit space for this click, and to print this item, this JavaScript sentence or JavaScript statement, we have to use this curly braces 2 times and print it here. So it will print the value of item here, and let's check. It won't print anything because of some build errors. Let Indian. Okay, cool. It will create a build again. This error is coming, I don't know why. Runtime error, template parsing error, missing accepted at the end of let. Oh my god. Let's check how these guys are using let. Okay, I have put it, I have written in inside of, instead of using in, we have to use off, not if, off. No, print it again at the end of expression. Let's build again so that we can guess if this error is of build or we have something written wrong. Actually, missing expected at the end of expression let in ngF segment.html at line number 22. Do okay, we have used this curly braces, we need not to use curly braces now. We can use this also. My bad. We can check again. This error is there. Beautiful. Now the list is not printing because we do not have this Indians array or object. Object won't be there, but yes, because this is going to be in the loop, so we have to print and means this Indian should be an array. That's why it will iterate by each of the indexes or items of that array. Yes, we can use objects also, but for that we have to find a solution to print it or iterate it. Cool. So now we are going to create an Indian variable in the sense an array. So for creating an array, we can use Indian. We need not to give it the type of var or let. Or let's see if we can give it let. We can give it var. Both are very good. Fine. That means both are fine. Now we have to give it a type. Type is of string equal to array. Inside array, let's put some random names. Let print Vineet. Let print Priyesh. Let print Rahul. These two are my friends. I just got their names. So let's try and print it there. So now it's saying var Indian string, some constructor method accessor or property was expected. It may now remove this var from here and check again, because inside this class we cannot use let or var. I don't know, as per Angular 2 requirement. So Vineet is here, good, Priyesh is here, Rahul is here. Cool, we can remove this. Sorry bros for removing the names. And now we have to create an object, because we have to store multiple values inside one element, right? So one element in the sense this Vineet is a one element, Priyesh is one element, and Rahul is one element, but this one element have only one value, that is Vineet, a name, but I have to store multiple values. So for storing a multiple value like name, age, weight, etc., we have to create an object. We can use name equal to the Hindu, the Hindu. Similarly, I'll remove this, and I will remove this name, the Hindustan times the HINDUSTANTIMES times T capital. Now with name we have to also use variable of it, so that we can redirect this element on their website. So the Hindu to some HTTP XYZ is there. So here the variable link will become .com something of this Hindu website. So I have already created one. I will use that one for you. I have an object, array of object. I will use this instead of creating it by myself. So you can see here we have named the Hindu, URL, in the second element the Hindustan times, and in the similar way I will write the name, means create an array of object of international list. Go into the segments. Yes, this public is an access modifier that your variable can be used by another inherited class. So This is good. This is good. Now we have Indian array of object, international array of object, and we have to print it, or you can say, let's check what it's printing right now. It's printing object for this, and for international fyk, because we have not used the button object, but we want to show here the name of the object, the Hindu. So we will go into the HTML, and instead of putting item, we can use item.name, because this is the way to fetch the data from a property of the property from an object. So this is again item.name, but this button won't iterate right now because it does not have this for loop. So I'll copy this for loop here, I'll paste it here, and instead of using Indian, I'll copy the exact name international, because I have to show the names of international websites. Indian, the Hindu. Wow, we have did it. I mean, we have done it. Sorry, my bad. Now what we have to do is these buttons are there, these things, segments are there. Okay, now we have to check. By clicking on this button, we have to pass the URL of the Hindu inside this function. Which function? This item selected. So I will create a parameter URL, I'll pass an argument. While creation, the name of the value, which means the name of the variable which you are writing here, is known as parameter. While getting it, means calling the function, you can pass arguments of function, arguments. So I'll give the URL. I have URL stored in the item.url. So I'll item dot make sure that you need not to keep in mind that you need not to use curly braces here. Why? Because you are not printing here, you are passing it. So URL here, and same thing for the above element. Some error, public Indian string is not assignable to types. String type is not assignable to string. I don't think so. What this fucking error is coming again and again. Let's refresh it and check it. It's not assignable. Item string type name string URL. Some type error is there, because for handling this type error, we can use, or we have to create a model which will handle the type of this name, that this should also be a string, this should also be a string, but that model we will create later. For now, we have to create a new build. That build will, or just let it be, that build will remove this error, temporary solution actually. Temporary solution. Beautiful. So okay, create the mobile view. I have the beautiful mobile view of Nexus P. It's not giving. Yes, this is it. So in the mobile, this page will be rendered like this. If I'll click the Hindu, I have the URL of the Hindu here. If I'll click the Hindustan Times, I have the URL of the Hindustan Times here. Business line, I have the URL of this business line here inside my function. Item selected. Now in the next video, we will print, or we will call this URL in our in-app browser, so that it won't redirect to another application like Google Chrome or somewhere, and open it. Cool. Bye bye. See you. Ta-da.